them were not gods, but our own ancestors, gifted with long life, magic, and abilities far beyond ours. Yet they were still men. I wonder if these pages hold the key to unlock their powers once again.
Let's see where you've been hiding, Malthael.
Adria.
The angels will never suffer us to live. They cannot accept the fact that we may choose our own path. At least demons are not so rigid in their beliefs.
Soon enough to save you. Not enough wrath. Deep. Patience.
Are you really so angry because of me, Lara? What a waste!
Wrath is low.
My faith is rewarded.
Diablo will return. I have done what I can to ensure it. He always finds a way. In your heart of hearts, you know this.
Before she died, Adria conjured an image of Pandemonium.
She was searching for Malthael, so he must be there.
I am returning to town.
I was separated from the other soldiers and surrounded by the dead when I saw him. I gazed into the face of death himself. I couldn't move. I just stared as he passed through me. His touch was like ice, so cold. But something in me changed. Something I cannot understand.
Where are you going? I have some good news.
Good news?
I mentioned what you did to some guards I met. You could get a commendation or something when this is all over.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It seems our friend Malthael is in Pandemonium.
No doubt he has gone to the fortress. Malthael can hold out there until the end of time. He is forcing us to come to him.
He's clever, delaying us while his power grows with each moment.
The only way to Pandemonium is through the high heavens. Let us leave at once.
Oh, it's not through a sewer?
We can't start to rebuild until we know...
I am still searching for...
I hope so.
When I was forced to admit my beliefs were wrong, I was lost. I was afraid I would always feel that way. But instead, a sense of calmness has come over me. I'm no longer at war with myself.
A false belief will hold you back in the same way a true belief will set you free. Now you have your freedom, Cormac.
I now know death better than I know the shape of my hand. Hendel charged into battle at my side. I'd known him since I saw the faces of the men he had killed.
According to the records, King Rackus had a strong jaw, hair as black as... Every time Westmarch is invaded, a hero appears to save it. History is much easier to write. Rackus and his sons built much of Westmarch during their time. The ruins and the marshes outside.
What is this?
Destroy the gate! And Nephilim is here!
dares to attack us? Malthael is my brother. I fought 1,000 battles by his side, and I care not that he seeks to destroy you and your kind. But my brother has grown sick, and he must be put down for his own sake. Yet I have not the heart to do this. And so it falls to you. Come, Nephilim, to Pandemonium.
Malthael tried to keep me from entering Pandemonium. I must be moving faster than he anticipated. Now I will cross this wilderness, past the wreckage of countless battles between angel and demon. Somewhere out there is the Pandemonium Fortress, where the Angel of Death waits for me.
Did you hear that? It sounded like someone calling my name.
There is a siege camp not far from here. Meet me there, and I will show you what must be done.
It is good to see you again. Though it seems like we are only brought together in the worst of circumstances. I suppose if it went together, we would never have met.
We're among the most fearsome soldiers of Hera. Having grown accustomed to the taste of war, they remained in Pandemonium long. Must I do everything for you?
For a moment, I heard one of my sister's voice.
Each day I feel the... So I think I
My
understand.
sisters are gone now.
You do not know why your sisters...
Could it be that the Prophet abandoned us?
It kept you safe.
My sisters...
Who knows? You must carry...
I cannot simply feel sorry. When I left my sister Lysa, I scryed it today to see if it held any clue. It reminded me of the Viscerais.
Those mages are long dead.
When I cast the magic upon her focus, she said one word. I heard Lysa's voice again, and I could make out more of what she is calling out for me. But it sounds as though the...
You saw her body.
I do not understand it, but I now know that the call is coming from the realm of Pandemonium.
It's not an easy place to find.
Our prophet was a seraph. He may have hidden in Pandemonium to keep his...
And you think he summoned?
I saw her broken body, but the prophet's magic is powerful. Accompany me to Pandemonium. We will... I followed her voice to this place. I can hear her so clearly. We must find her.
My journey to Pandemonium has allowed me to see a new world. One that is almost...
For my eyes to see you. Is there healer enough? Demons surround Lysa. You must find her, Irena. Lysa, where is she? I would never gaze upon your face again. No, do not go. What is that? We trained, believing that we would fight together. But Irena was the one who was chosen. And we were the ones who must sacrifice to support her. Why her and not me? A selfish question, for I know that if she was asked, she would say yes. So I did.
Having trouble thinking?
Make your peace, quickly.
This place feels so familiar to me.
Make your peace, quickly.
What is it that keeps my sister's spirits here? It is you! When we woke, the demons were in our midst. We were not ready. But you slept, Irena. Why? I would have woken Reza. You must believe me. Demons! Where are they coming from? You must find Lysa. It is not too late. Do not go. I have questions. Something holds the spirits of my sister. The Prophet asked each of us in turn before he cast the spell of binding. Our lives for hers. If we declined, we could leave without any thought of shame. We each heard the question and answered the only way we could. Our cause was too important to not make that sacrifice. Was to be a dreamless sleep, but the blackness faded, and dreams I had. Dreams that became nightmares. Sybil, I am here now. You are always the strongest, Irena. Make us proud. No, do not go. What is that? The Prophet said I would not dream, but I did. At first, they were dreams of color, unsettling. And then I began to hear voices. They called for me, over and over. And then I woke. is it that keeps my sister's spirits here? Lysa! I knew I heard your voice. Why did we have to give our lives for you, Irena? What was so special about you? Chosen of the Prophet. Your sisters were willing to sacrifice their lives for you, just as the Prophet intended. But I would not play along. It merely took time for me to find a way out. I never knew, Lysa. The Prophet never told me.
The greatest potential of all your sisters, and so I chose you. They gave their lives so that you could survive and fight in the most important battle to come. They did this willingly, and their sacrifice is not a burden, but a gift to you.
What do I do?
Live. Fulfill the destiny for which I trained you, and for which your sisters died.
Leave me alone.
Talk to Hadrig about that dagger. You still don't...
Oh, give it a rest.
You don't know
And
that.
you don't know it.
Those reapers won't find us.
Lyndon left a dagger here earlier. I'm guessing you're behind that.
Anything interesting about it?
Let me look. It's well crafted for a Kingsport blade, and oh, the hilt seems to be hollow. Someone hid a note inside. Here, you should take it to Lyndon. I thought on what you said, and you may have been right. Can't bear the thought of
Good point. Better to spend your life alone.
Do you ever just say something like a normal person?
I am returning to town.
Scarred marauders were unwilling to return to the Hells, and they have taken to pillaging the remaining angelic outposts in the battlefield. They may not be the most powerful of their kind, but they are clever and insidious, and no strangers to war.
Not yet.
We do not have the luxury of time. Is a siege room. Do you see the battering ram below? That is the only way you can breach the fortress gates. But it is useless without the siege rooms that power it. You have one in your possession, but there are two more. You will find them on the battlefield below, imprisoned with the demons that carried them. Once you have the rooms, go to the ram. But know this, Nephilim. Even if you release Malthael from his madness, I will not thank you for it.
That would be asking too much. You can only carry so much on a crusade.
Despite all of this, I find myself with hope for the future.
Ha! You're talking about Irena.
No! No, of course not. I do find her company stimulating. Yeah, I do enjoy her unique way of looking at things, but... I mean, no.
I'd wager she'd be interested to know you've left your vows behind. You should tell her.
What? Well, you know... I mean, she is quite interesting. So, yeah, I suppose so. Perhaps I should. Maybe. You, mentioned that I should...
Ah, pity. So Lyndon has a second chance with her.
What? That cad? Oh, she's already seen right through his lecherous ways.
Perhaps she will grow to admire his persistence. Come, friend, you face death every day.
I always thought that Lysa was as strong as any of us. She decided that to sacrifice us. How can I blame her?
The greatest deed.
But is this not proof? If the price is too...
Pandemonium is a harsh realm, and its inhabitants must be resourceful to survive, but none more so than the scavengers, who armor themselves in the very rocks beneath their feet. They may appear as mighty giants to their foes, but a few hard strikes will reveal that their true form is much smaller.
yet.
outskirts of Pandemonium, a lumbering giant with a gaping hollow at its core. Somehow, it can hide its body away, disguising itself as a mere portal. Those who pass through it are trapped in a distant world, never to be seen again.
I found many references to the beasts of Pandemonium in Kane's old writings. He journeyed there 20 years ago to help a band of heroes seal away the Primeval. His discoveries appeared to have taken him deeply. Sometimes he would stare outside the fortress walls, and winged beasts would appear, calling his name.
There it is again. That voice.
I don't hear anything.
It is calling me. Calling me somewhere.
My bag is full. I need to go back.
Sliver has revealed Malthael's plan to me, and it is worse than I could have imagined. He means to use the Black Soul Stone to capture all demonic essences, even those that linger in human hearts. If the stone is altered to rip the demonic essence out of every man, woman, and child on Sanctuary, they will all die.
No, we can still stop him, and we begin by attacking the fortress.
Malthael is fundamentally altering the Black Soul Stone. It will now pull in all the demonic essence from whatever plane of existence it finds itself in. But mankind is born of angel and demon alike. Every mortal, save myself, has demonic essence as an intrinsic part of their being. Losing that will rip their body and soul apart. I never thought I would return here. Pandemonium was our battlefield for ages on end. Demons' blood saturated.
Doesn't seem to be much here.
Our battles revolved around the World Stone.
Malthael was one of your brethren.
Malthael kept to himself much of the time, and he sent his closest followers to fight.
Of course. Urzael and the Maidens. They found...
It seems so.
So you built this great...
Not on my own.
I expect you know about an unguarded sallyport, then?
I fear not. The fortress is always changing, caught between the forces of heaven.
Sages of wisdom. In return for their vow of eternal silence, they were free to roam Malthael's pools of wisdom in the high heavens. Over the millennia, they learned nearly everything about the past, the present, and even...
Destroy those hooks! We can't move until they're gone! One last hit.
It is done.
Pandemonium Fortress. When I fought Malthael, my sword passed through him like air. He is in a state of death and life, impervious to physical harm. Your strength is not enough. To defeat him, you must channel the power of death as he does.
There are many spirits below. Perhaps they can help.
The power of the dead. If you could become one with it, you would be as Malthael is, and you could face him. But you must find a way, quickly. Every moment, thousands die, and Malthael's power grows beyond anything I have ever seen. The fortress feels strange and new to me, though I have come here times beyond count as its champion and as its liberator. It changes to match the nature of whoever controls it, but I have never seen it like this while under the control of an angel.
Malthael is like no...
A crusader comes to us.
Its spirit. It's so familiar.
You saw her too?
Die all those years ago.
I have watched you, Crusader. You have done more than any other, and honored the name we both bear.
Master, I have tried only to live as you taught me.
And you have, but the work of the Crusade waits for you.
I must find a way to defeat Malthael, or even the Crusade will fail.
I have only enough strength to open the path for you, for we are bound by Malthael's magic. Our prison is deep within the fortress. Free us, and the spirit of every crusader who has ever died will lend you strength. I remember when I found you in that village in the east, a snot-nosed girl of 12.
Is this necessary? I've the Angel of Death to fight, and
You swore the oath, and you meant it. But how you cried that first night, and the next.
I never.
When you were still sniveling after a week, I thought about taking you back to your village. But even then, I saw it in you. You would be the greatest of us. The living cannot touch Malthael, because he is an aspect of death. But we who are dead can give you the power to harm him. I trust you will know what to do when you have that power.
Yes. Death is a necessary part of life. If I kill Malthael...
Malthael is the aspect of death. He feeds off death and is attuned to it, but he is not required for it. There was death before Malthael, and there will be death after.
Good.
Still, you must understand, it is no small matter to kill the Angel of Death. You will change everything.
Nephilim. The Black Soulstone journeys through the portal to Sanctuary. Even now it spreads death across your world. And so ends the eternal conflict.
Monsters were once the most notorious and reviled criminals in Westmarch, drawn up from the deepest, darkest cells of the city's prisons. Each was worse than the last. Heartless murderers who had butchered countless men, women, and children. In death, Malthael birthed them in forms that matched their twisted, callous souls, creating perfect instruments of slaughter. The executioners had earned their name. His sages of wisdom occasionally reached an exceptional level of knowledge that granted them the title of Exarch. These esteemed followers would guard the Chalice of Wisdom when Malthael was away, and they were the last to leave after their master disappeared from the high heavens. were among Malthael's most trusted advisors, and his fall to darkness affected them deeply. Gone were their radiant wings and calm, balanced counsel. Now they possess only malice and cruelty, and an insatiable desire to destroy all creatures.
Tyrael does not understand. He cannot see beyond the glory of battle. In time, he may, but that day is not yet here.
Enchantment lies over the stone. It's what
took up my shield and my name, the life and death of every crusader to bear your name resides in you. Death is a part of who you are. Take its power.
I will, for now. But I will not become Death incarnate. When the deed is done, I will release this power.
Our watch ends, sister. The crusade rests with you now. These are the spirits of every crusader who ever bore your name. Each did the name honor. Each carried on the crusade. Each trained the next. You have made us all proud. But we wonder, where is your apprentice?
Yes, well, I'll get an apprentice. It's just hard. The world keeps plunging into darkness, and I have so little time.
If you fall, the name will fall.
All right, I promise. Master, I never told you.
Don't go soft on me now, girl.
Never. But this needs to be said. I'd have grown old and died in that village where you found me. You gave me a life of worth.
A pretty miserable one.
True, but a life full of wonders as well. You gave me a cause to believe in, and for that, I can never repay you.
Repay me by killing Malthael and returning to the crusade.
What is death like?
It is the coldest night on the plains, with a warm fire near your feet.
Is death the cold night, or the fire?
Death is everything. You will feel it one day, and you will realize you have known it all along.
You make as little sense now as you did when you were alive. I need to go back.
This is the wrong hammer, lad. I need the big one.
Right. Sorry.
And you, my friend, not a word out of you. Not a single word.
Bryson, you're doing a good job. Just ignore your master's yelling.
You're going to distract my apprentice when he has all this work on his hands? Not on my watch. Now, lad, where's that hammer?
Hadrig found a note inside the dagger. Take a look.
Lyndon, I killed him. Come after me if you must. I'll be waiting. Rhea, my brother's wife.
I know you care deeply for her. Why would she do this?
I don't want to talk about her. Not until this matter is settled. But I know you and I will see it done.
The Prophet knew one truth. Evil cannot be...
You can never win that battle.
Yes. And that is why I and those who follow me will not sleep.
I sense a new...
Who can say what the future holds?
Finally found you, Lieutenant Derek. Will you come quiet?
I'll go with you.
That's not how.
Leave him be.
He let good men die.
I'm at peace. Perhaps the one...
You are a good man.
My visions cloud everything. I can find no escape. Some people would call it a...
I've never learned precisely why Rakis chose to found his kingdom here. I'm not complaining, but your roguish friend over there seems to think he can win my trust. I've heard that you're journeying to a faraway land now. You won't forget to tell me.
Deckard Cain wrote much about the Pandemonium Fortress. He kept nothing matches what is there now. I know I'm of use here in Westmarch. Each must serve in his own way. When this is over, Tyrael will need to repent, and he'll continue to train, and with everything I've been through at your side, the people of Westmarch are starting to... There are children that witness their family being torn apart. What will they make of the world when they grow up?
Soulstone is a born sanctuary. The blood of demons will soon be gone from all creation. You will be the last of your kind for a few moments. Death comes, Nephilim.
Where is the Black Soulstone?
Malthael destroyed it and used the power within.
Then Malthael's death will have released Diablo. He is free. The Black Soulstone.
Malthael.
Then Malthael. The Nephilim had done the impossible. By conquering death, she had redeemed the angels and saved all mankind. In that moment, with victory at hand, I saw the Nephilim in a new light. She is a hero who can defeat the champions of heaven and hell, and a crusader who protects the innocent. But within her beats a might that will one day be tempted to corruption. On that day, will she have the strength to resist? Or will she be our doom?